It was winter time on the island of Sodor. The snow covered fields and railway lines. All the engines were hard at work, except Peter Sam. Come on, Peter Sam, this is no time to have a rest. I'm stuck, moaned Peter Sam, and my special funnel can't take it. Driver's gone for help. Bah! Huffed Duncan, and went on his way. Later, Duncan had to help clear snow by Renee's tunnel, but it was too deep, and he got stuck. Duncan was very cross. Snow's nothing but trouble, he moaned. Skarloey was close by. Driver says this winter is as bad as the worst winter of all. How worse? Asked Duncan. I'll tell you, replied Skarloey. And then the old engine did. Back before Sir Handel and Peter Sam arrived, I was working the line to the slate mine in the mountains. When the snow came, it was difficult to work. They used the snow as a double buffer zone to help stop cars skidding through the ravine. One day, I set off to the mine with some empty freight cars. Meanwhile, there was trouble at the mine. The winch that holds the cars up and down wasn't working properly. It was old, and the ropes were weak. I had reached the ravine. High above me were the mine yard. That snow looks dangerous, said my driver. He was new to the job. The sound of your engine and those freight cars could cause an avalanche. I'll set off an emergency cab and see what happens. I chuckled as I watched the driver prepare it. Then we ran over the cab. The bang echoed round the gorge. Nothing happened. Good, said my driver. All's well, we'll have a cup of cocoa and make our way. I was rightfully furious with my driver for being so retarded. No wonder. What was your driver sniffing last night? Grumbled Duncan. What responsible driver would just stop it in the middle of the track to have a cup of cocoa? That's just breaking Rule 55. I hope he gets what's coming to him. Indeed he did. High above us, all was not well. A long line of 4 cars was about to be winched down the slope. They had just started their journey when some empty cars became derailed. The winch groaned.
Break it! Snap it!
Shouted the trucks. And they did. They giggled. The snowbank and buffers will stop them, said a workman. But he was wrong. The freight cars plunged into the ravine. Me and my driver heard the noise and looked up. Avalanche! We cried. When the snow blew clear, there was no sign of me. I was buried deep inside the high drift blocking the ravine. They did eventually find me and get me out, but I was in bad shape, and since the railway had no money to mend me, they put me in the shed. The trucks were in horrendous condition and had to be scrapped. What happened to your crew? Asked Duncan. It's not nice to talk about. But what happened? Why isn't it nice? My crew didn't survive the avalanche. They froze to death in the snow. Skarloey and Duncan remained very quiet for the next 8 minutes. At last, Duncan was cleared from the snow and went back to the shed. He decided it was never a good idea to make fun of snow again.